Because you know that they know the own AC for that place.
Yeah, the place is hot.
As brand new as those places are, it's dirty. Mr. New Minister.
It smells.
Mr. New Minister, with your expertise.
He seems like a nice guy.
You seem like a nice guy.
Who's the new minister?
Both the Minister of Interior and Aviation. Your airports are dirty.
They're an eyesore.
Your ACs don't work.
What's
that thing that moves?
The
Escalator.
travelator and the escalators.
Yeah.
The travelator and that flat one, right?
Yeah.
Now I don't even know why they do exam. Because even for when
because it's so slow.
This one is dirty, they don't even do exam. So please, what is the point of all the money that we collect?
Yeah, that you collect. I
like
mean,
our own people.
Wait, aviation is this guy now?
Then please, we also have to ask them, why do 5 agencies have to check us?
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God. Customs.
First of all, I'm your citizen. When I get to where I drop something,
I don't know who.
When I get to where I'm going.
Yeah, so like the Medicis, let me just explain. The Medicis were
When I go anywhere, I introduce myself now as, hi, my name is Oladipo Adebowale. If it's a Christian setting now, I don't need to talk business, right? But generally, if I go anywhere, like I had games with my guys, we always do Boxing Day games. This year, now my guy.
This is the Banta Nation guy.
No, Banta. You know if you missed that one.
Oh, okay.
This one, my other clique. So my guys will just marry. Sorry, you're not married, you don't have money. Like there's certain criteria to getting into that space. So anyway, now my guy hosts them this time. When I reach there, hi guys, I'm Oladipo Adebowale. My friends call me, or people call me King of Japa. I don't need to tell them what a king means. I don't need to tell them what Japa means. The only reason why I knew Medici is because I'm a historian. Guest, sorry, we should have introduced you. Do you know what Medici is? No.
Do you know?
But big head writer, we can see your head. No. And we know what you do.
Am I a writer? Does anybody here know I'm a writer?
All right, guys, let's go ahead. Because see, this is the problem that your club Man U has.
Can I go on my introduction?
It's the problem that you people have. You people should be ahead of Chelsea in your reboot right now. This is the big headed.
Am I ahead of you?
Yeah, you should be. Because you've been rebooting for 10 years.
My apologies, but I do not like that Chelsea is catching strays in this conversation.
I'm a Chelsea fan.
Are you a Chelsea fan?
No, you know I'm a Chelsea fan.
That's bad.
No. See, let's be like all those Twitter trolls. Me, I they talk truth.
Firstly, why are you supporting Agbero FC?
You've been rebooting for 10 years. And you just sold your club. Like, since the Glazers came in, right? They met Ferguson and said, this guy is successful. Let's just allow him do. Ferguson retired. You've been rebooting for 10 years.
But within 10 years, we won trophies. So it's not as if
you have not been relevant. You have not won the 2 most prestigious trophies that people recognize. Don't let's change this to a football podcast.
FA Cup is a
this
prestigious
is the reason why you will not change your name. Change your name, big head writer.
I have a question.
All right, guys.
I have a question.
Welcome to Japa Chronicles today. My name is Oladipo Adebowale. Talk and see whether I will not...
Why are you introducing yourself? I used. Okay. I've not even pointed out to you. My name is Isaac Medici. I don't know who big
producer off his mic. So that we go know who get power.
In short, I'm not introducing this person here. Guess.
Don't pay them.
Beautiful. Let her just introduce
herself. Oh, guy, you don't lose your line of thought.
Can our guest introduce
herself? My baby is here. See, I feel my...
No. I don't know if I was right here.
Yeah! Oh, okay, sorry.
Sweet
guy.
Why are you calling that baby? Do like this. Let them know. Please now. Do like this.
Sorry. But Oi, it's because of... Let me not leave it that way. It's because of, do your work, please. Do your work and introduce the guest.
We have Jola here.
Once you see work like this, you don't be losing all focus.
No.
Do your work.
I'm a married man. I can't be this. You can't be bantering to
17 talking stage.
Word on the streets is that's a lie.
That's it.
That's a mad lie.
God will do it next year. New year, new me.
You can touch the hem of my garment still.
Ooh.
Go on.
But he doesn't have faith. The woman that touched the hem of the garment, right? She had faith. This guy doesn't have faith. We've talked him through good girls. We've talked him out of bad girls.
There's one good girl like.
You are not.
That one.
Like Jesus said,
that night.
What happened?
Come on now. I mean, follow up now.
Okay.
Come on now. Trust me. Next year.
Yeah,
I just say, make I don't give you updates yet. You understand?
Okay.
But you don't force them out. Don't worry. Like. It's going well. Trust me now.
Okay, cool story.
Trust me.
Are you do your work now? Because we spent 5 minutes analyzing.
You spent 5 minutes arguing. When are you telling me, man, you this?
When we
this?
At what?
You know you body shame a lot. Let's even start from there. New year, please no body shaming on this podcast. I never body shame anybody on the podcast.
Okay.
So please, henceforth.
But do you body shame us out of the podcast?
That one, what's the evidence?
No, it's a yes or no
What's the
question.
evidence?
Because you can't have double standards.
What's the evidence?
And you know the beauty.
What's the evidence?
See
I know.
you,
I can say it.
I'm a witness.
I can say
So,
it.
I'm a witness.
I can say it.
Great.
Who do I body shame? Hey, you see
That's
nobody
not
has
the
any
point.
evidence.
But
You body shame Okpe regularly.
Of course, a beautiful young lady. Why am I body shaming her? She's-
David,
Whining.
please cut this house.
We know
I need it.
we know where you stopped last. We know where you stopped in the last episode. No way. There is no road. Okpe is focusing on Jesus.
Our
Yes.
time is fast spent. So
No, there's still time. Podcast just starts.
Our time is fast spent. So
This is the energy I needed.
let's introduce our guest first.
Okay,
Before we get into anything.
let's introduce her.
We have Jola here. She's a
No. Were you at our friend's live program? Because like you're losing focus. We have Oluwatosin and Oluwapo, my baby.
when
Newly married.
you know before he came, she said, "Please don't call me Tosin." She said it's
Is that what she said?
clean and clear. Yes.
My whole
Eh.
my name.
She said,
This fool does not have respect for me. He just goes like
but
go
your
my
name
name
actually
anyhow.
Tosin.
Yeah, that's my name.
So why should you not call it Tosin?
Because I rarely go by that name. So I grew up
Being
in
called Jola.
settings where there was more than one Tosin. So they started calling us
Yeah.
by our surnames, and then my surname is Ojola, and then it just shorts into Jola.
Yeah, but no, your son is no longer Jola because you married you, right?
Yeah, well now it's
Cool.
Ojola. I did it better, but who's counting?
Well, yeah,
Check.
you're putting Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, I've had my dad's surname for my whole life.
So why you stop now, babe?
It's a part of my identity.
Also, it's now like compound name.
Yes, a
Ori
compound
Jola.
Okay, so let's just use the name that me, big brother, is got Yanolapo. You can call
How many
her.
names do you have?
You can call her. Call her school mother. Call her any. That's your.
Yeah,
That's
she was my school mother.
that's cool story for you. Me, my
I
baby,
Mm.
and you get used to it if you don't want us to.
I have his address. I want to
And
track him, and I know the
and when
boys.
they
I know
watch-
the boys. You can say it.
yeah, now forget that one. No say you never send me. Waiting you will send me. Yeah, not one like that.
What do you want to call it? How fun a true safe for Merry Christmas. How was your Christmas, by the way? Did you get any
Why-
gifts?
I don't do all those things.
Did I
man.
get any gift? No, I feel like I've gotten to a stage where I don't get gifts anymore.
We
The only
just give you
person
wife.
that
You're not here
ever-
giving her gifts.
Like, oh,
This guy,
So
I got
that's
to be
true. He
issues,
didn't give
oh.
you gifts.
I got to be issues. Oh.
no, we didn't give each other. No, this year was a no gifts giving thing.
Excuse me.
And
Excuse
only
me.
wait, relax. And it's just
Okay,
really
I'll relax.
because we have spent a lot.
This
and
is
we're
not.
spending a
This is
lot.
not Supreme Court. But
I'm
I'm
just
a man.
saying.
Even when a woman says no gifts this year.
Actually, I'm sorry, that's a lie. I got a pair of slippers.
From him?
Yeah, he got me a pair of slippers that I actually wanted. That's a lie. I tell a lie.
you
Yeah.
Oh,
guy.
that's nice.
I was saying, I for saying Lamide on you.
I got a pair of shoes. Yeah. Shoes I lost.
I know. Let me give you a gist about a big head writer
Okay, so
who is
let's get
traveling.
into
Who is traveling to go see his parents
Let-
and leaves his bag with his clothes and his sketchers in his means of transportation. Guess who that is?
Boxers.
And
Wow.
Okay, that's
That's too much. We
not
shouldn't do
low.
that on the podcast.
No,
That's the lowest
no,
of the
That's
low.
lowest
No,
of
but
the
that's apropos for based on what he does. That's apropos. So, I know. Can you guess who that is?
You clearly know Misha.
Blink
Medici?
twice if you can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Medici.
Who's that?
Do you know the funny thing? So usually, like I would remember when I'm in my bag, but somebody kept sending me voice notes, calling me, sending me. I said, I'll answer you at 12. Leave me alone. Let me be on my journey.
I double triple dare you to say the name of the
I
person
just said,
that was disturbing you.
but like,
Say it.
let me just
If
reply
you
you at
know
12.
that, if you know that,
Let me reply
if
you
you
at
know
12.
that you are really
He
the
paid me,
Italian
when I
rich
told him
Medici,
that,
call her name on the podcast.
Her or is it a her? Is that a her or is it him? When I
Yeah.
texted the person, I told her this is what happened. The person that said, "Hey, yeah, sorry."
Who could that be?
Me, I was even assessing.
I hope you sent the person the bill.
Nothing.
They will
Nothing.
pay.
I was even assessing. Your sketchers. Oh, yeah, now let me send you money for your sketchers. That sketchers, you know how dear that thing is to me. But I mean, it's been replaced anyway, so like, give God all the glory.
That's all that matters.
Doing his day. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I mean, are we getting into like gist, trending gist, or just getting to?
Why not they look me? I'm already having a blast. I'm already picturing the big head writer, like, and
It's not happening.
It's gonna stick. This
Okay,
year,
you know what? I'm placing a rule.
Yeah.
Medici, big head writer, for the next 1 hour, whoever drops it or brings up that topic is going to pay money.
I have money to pay.
Deal? You pay
Energy.
500k.
So easy
Let's raise
money, bro.
it.
Easy
1k
money.
pounds.
Easy money.
Okay. Shake on it.
Are we going to
No, why
share?
they
Are we
shake?
going to share? Who's the money going to?
It's going to whoever loses between both of you.
Let's shake on it.
Shake on it. Shake on it.
Why
No, I don't.
shake on?
I'm a man of my word.
Oh, yeah,
No. Shake on it.
I'm a man of integrity.
No worries.
Okay.
No worries. I think my account.
So let's start. Why are you wearing my color? Why you they follow me wear green?
So first is this shirt. I didn't even plan on wearing it, man. But I think it looks,
Yes, Madame does sense the shit.
looks
Let's
good.
move on.
No, I got this shirt actually for I think £10 or so.
Madame got you the shirt.
No, I actually got it myself, man.
When did you go to the UK to get the shirt?
I mean, I do have people. I mean, this is them coming, man. Like people just
You
be coming
always
in.
have
I always
people
have like
coming
Dan
back,
coming back.
facts,
Like my
facts.
school mother came recently, so like say
School mother that you just made after how many years today?
What's wrong with it? Come on. What's wrong
Alright,
with it?
let's get right into it because people doesn't have our serious today. We need to start this podcast again. But this is an emotional episode for me because I know and I go way back. Like I'm talking of the trenches. I don't have the mind. Maybe when I'm big, I can put that video of like my old pictures. I can't put
There's
I
one
can't do
picture
it.
I
I'm
have
not yet
of
big.
you.
No,
I
it's not
did
yet
save
It's not yet time.
they're like two.
I don't even know that Anu can remember.
With pictures.
Like how I looked in 20 what?
I can't. I mean, look at you now.
He's looking soft of you.
Your babe as in see.
His life don't change.
But more, that was years. That was trenches, man. The layaway was I don't know how many years. We were just starting. I don't even think I had any staff. Did I have? I think I had. Did I have?
I don't know if you had staff, but
I
like
had
you
people.
were like in a co-working
Yeah.
space. In
Was
Ireland.
it really that?
Yeah.
that didn't
Like I said,
Are you serious?
this is an emotional episode,
that's
man.
nice.
It's gonna be fun.
Was she like one of the first?
No,
clients?
not really one of the
No,
first,
not
but
one
like
of the first part.
she was unique because I've talked about her on the pod before.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have.
think
Was
so?
it that day you're coming from Keke? You got down from Keke?
Yeah, to Coldstone.
Oh, she's the one. Are you serious?
I have a gift for you.
That's nice.
People that listen on my pod, not
I
my.
know that story. I remember that story.
Oh,
But like,
that
obviously,
shit.
why would I think she's the one?
So for those of you guys who, we need to be plugging like all these Oyinbo podcasts. So we'll plug in the episode where I talked about it, and I think did I talk about it when we were talking about me? Was that the episode?
Yeah,
Was it
you
Yeah.
talked about it.
Something
I
like
think you talked about it when you came on So Nigerian and you talked about it.
Oh, okay, really? And that's
Did you do?
yeah, so Nigerian.
Do you know So Nigerian?
Yeah,
Are you
I've heard of
serious?
it. Yeah, I mean, it's also a CE type thing.
Oh yeah, that's
Are
true.
you host So Nigerian?
Really?
Yeah.
Well done.
So for me, it's one of those moments, not really even for business as much as my faith, because it was one of those God tells you to do something moments and you just like take a leap of faith. I was still a hustler. I'm still a hustler, right? But I was still very much a street hustler.
This one,
I was heading to
corporate hustler.
Yeah, now I'm not assuming I don't do all that. I was heading to the office and I spot these beautiful ladies and one fair guy.
Yeah.
And you remember the guy's name, Ari?
Yeah, it was.
And the guy was, I don't know where he is now. If you should send this episode to him because I can yab all of them. The girls were pleasant, but the guy was typical Nigerian guy who just cannot have a conversation. I can say that now. Because I actually felt that in a generation where people were already beginning to have issues with guys and girls, I just didn't want to walk up to the girls. So as a guy, I was like, let me go to my guy man.
Yeah.
And the guy was very, no. Luckily. And I don't even think it was Anu. There's one other babe that was there that day. She was tall. She was just so pleasant. Maybe it was one that was doing the bed that
I think
day.
it was Tommy.
She was so
Yeah, I think it
pleasant.
was Tommy.
And I was like, so she just made me feel so cool. Because I'm attempting to sell market to you guys. And generally, nobody really likes to be ambushed in certain places. So I can respect that. Because I tried to sell something the other day. I was at Pizza Hut. And these guys were lows. But the woman was like, no, we're in the UK. Don't worry, thank you, and all that. Yeah. I had one card. And I knew I'll give somebody that day. I ended up giving another person. I'll just now later. So Tommy was very pleasant. So I met her. I met Anu and what's your cousin's name again? Ayomide.
Yeah.
And so they were pleasant, lovely. And they were like, oh yes, we're planning this. Anyway, that's how I met Anu and Ayomide. And then we started talking. And in typical Deepo fashion, I would, I entered their heart, typical.
How many rooms did you send abroad?
It was just her. That was the beauty of that day. So fast forward, how many years ago was this?
This was in
2017?
2018, because that was my NYC year.
That's 5 years ago.
Wow.
Damn. That's long.
And so that's the story of how we
Yes,
sent
yes.
Anu to
Jola.
France.
Yes.
So the story,
I'm so
France.
confused.
this story, yeah.
He would most likely always call me Anu.
Okay, I'll stick with Anu then.
No,
Please
no,
call me
no,
Jola.
no.
We're confusing our guests now. You say Anu, you say Jola.
Okay, let's just stick with
Let's
Jola.
stick with one.
I ain't gonna do that.
Oh yeah, no. Sorry, audience.
I'm
Now
so
Anu
sorry
Jola
for
be her
that.
name.
So that was the story. So I mean, I've talked about it before. Most of us who went to school, we went to either good primary, good secondary, good universities, but those universities never really prepared us for life. That's what I usually say. Because I remember when I met Anu.
Mine did, Sean.
No, you guys went to the same. You guys went to the same school.
TCG.
I never.
To be fair, I never paid attention in that stuff.
So the main thing was that by the time I met her and we're doing this personality test that I love to do with people, what she wanted to do was not what she was able to do in her first degree. And I don't know why it was Popsy that did not allow you even do it in the first degree, or he didn't see it was anything. I think that's what he told me that time.
I think, okay, so I wanted to do psychology, right? And then, and in Covenant, your compulsory subjects in WAEC, I think it's math, English, and biology. But me, I didn't like biology.
Yeah.
I failed my biology woefully. But to be fair, it was also because I was sick in school. So the only science subject I had was food and nutrition. And that was what I used to enter. So they were like, okay, I could
And you
switch
don't
to
even
two
cook.
courses.
You don't even cook, so like let's not even talk
don't
about
know
food.
anymore. Not anymore. I mean, I cook if I have to,
Hey,
but I don't.
let's
I'd rather
let's not start that here, please.
But yeah, so they gave me two options of switching to sociology or PSS. And you know, in like 100 level, psychology and sociology take classes together. So I was like, yeah, you know what?
It's almost the same
It's
thing.
easier to switch. So I
or-
just switched to sociology. Am I using it today? Absolutely not. Will I ever use it? I do not
I
think
can
so.
relate.
You
But
can use psychology. Come on.
I don't use it. But I mean, I plan to
you
like
do.
do some like consumer psychology. Like
I
later
think
on.
that I don't agree with that because I always tell people that we don't use our degrees, particularly if we're not working, but it's not true because whether you like it or not, there's something that you always pick that always sticks in one period.
Yeah.
Like if we get talking now, there will be something that sticks. So for instance, I was sociologist. It's not like basically the study of people.
Yeah, basically, sort of people within like the society.
Are you not dealing with people and society?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I still kind of use it because in where I work currently, I deal with target audiences and stuff, and I need to kind of understand where they're from. I don't know how I'm gonna explain that, but I work in lead generation.
Marketing.
It's marketing, B2B. It's B2B. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. That's the highest I can do.
She came to us, or I came to her at the time, and so I gave her my card, and she actually did reach out. And then it was when we reached out that there was all the normal church connection, secondary school connection, all those, how connections they always just did. Life is just very, very small, right? But for me, that time it was just mainly about my faith. It wasn't about the money or any of those things, right? If I reflect back. And then so she came with Ayo, and then we got talking. And then we were now trying to figure out what she was going to do. And I remember that she came with her mom the following, the next meeting.
Like, who is this person that said I didn't want to do?
And I quickly wooed her mom because, I have that effect on mothers. That was easy money.
I think what sold her was because my mom would ask you questions that...
It was the RCCG and then she was CRC
like,
connection.
He was like, like he's in church, he's a deacon. And my mom was like, she was very shocked. The young guy is a deacon in church. Like, okay. She got wooed. I mean, it's normal. Like, it's absolutely normal, when you have, like, something to relate
to. And that's marketing 101. Anyway, that was easy money. So it was now about getting to school and all that. And that was her application is still very dear. I remember every stage of it because it was not easy, but it was also much fun because she wanted to go to France. She was already learning.
Actually, no. Now that's a fun fact.
Okay, you didn't want to go to France initially, but like you applied to France now.
Yes, now. So I mean, okay, so not newsflash, but I'm a British citizen, right? And
okay.
I just figured, you know what, let me just go to England. But at the same time, I was like, I don't really want to go to England. I want to be somewhere close to England because I want to be away from family, but also close to my family. And then I took a gap year. I was in French school, and I just one of those goes. You're learning French.
It's France.
Why not just check France?
Yeah, let's amplify.
And I was like, you know what?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
true.
that's a shout. Let's see. Like, can you come up with anything? Because I'd already figured out what I wanted to do, and then he brought up the schools.
I'm sure I
and, like,
can
that
not
was
forget
how
EM Leon.
AM Leon
one
and
other
Kedge.
Kedge.
I wanted to do Kedge because of brand management.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't know this because I wouldn't have felt awfully bad. I've hated it because I don't really like brand management like that.
Yeah.
This is nostalgic, man.
Yeah.
It's just that
Oh, yeah.
I haven't slept today, so there's no tears to cry.
We went to sports. We went to sports.
Yeah.
Oh, you did
Yeah.
sports.
Yeah, I studied sports industry
She,
management.
you have allowed me to finish the story.
Yeah.
She, anyway, she has explained the part I forgot, right? So she was doing French school and all that shit, and so she was already learning it. She had converted her phone to French. Like,
French.
everything
Oh,
was
so,
just,
so
I'm like,
you're friends in French.
Oh?
yeah.
You're fluent in
Yeah,
French.
I mean,
Not-
I
not
wouldn't get, I
anymore
wouldn't
like
get,
that,
I would,
but-
speaking is not so great,
But she
but
can still understand.
if you speak to me, yes, I would understand what you're saying.
That's
Ça
nice.
va bien, merci.
So,
Bonjour les merci.
Bonjour, les voici.
so we then went ahead to find schools. I did that research, I remember. And then we started talking to schools, started calling schools, what was possible. And because she didn't have work experience much,
Yeah.
I had no idea of work on that
Oh
application.
yeah, those it
See,
was
KOJ
tough.
for a
I'm going
reason.
to wait for when you give my check. Because I'm not collecting my check. But when I reflect on the work I did now.
Which check? No, it's half now. It's half that left. I still
No,
know
it's
mine.
not that check I'm talking about.
Which check?
Who's talking about? No, I don't remember. I'm talking of like her brother me shaking it for me.
Yeah.
That kind of
We do that now.
$5,000.
If you're doing well.
Oh no,
Yeah.
wait, now let me do well first.
That's
I'm
We're
just
doing
starting
well
out
already.
live.
No,
But we're not rushing
leave her.
anyways.
I'm
That's
just
why
starting
I'm
out
not
No
rushing.
pressure, no
Yeah.
pressure.
I'm
Take
just
your
starting out
time.
That's why
live.
I'm not
School
rushing.
some package too, like
Because no, that one
Yeah.
was no. So what Isaac does for us, like then I used to do everything myself.
I stressed because life
it wasn't easy, but it was fun.
Yeah.
And that's why I always I try to teach my people today as we grow, because you work with the students, you ask questions, because those questions help you to help the
Yeah.
person sort of present him or herself.
Yeah.
Then she had to do a final interview.
Oh my gosh, the stages for French school was ridiculous. So they first of all ask you for personal statements,
Yeah.
a time in your life that changed the way you thought. Me and I hate
then we wanted
writing. I hate
and we wanted
essays.
scholarship because her popsy was like,
yeah, the money
the money has to go down.
He said it has to go down like that.
But it was a fun
But I
moment.
could have just fathomed that I was going to spend that much money to go and study sports.
bro, like how did when you told him, like, how did you take it initially?
How is the kids? My father just said, go and bring the breakdown
that's true. We did
of
the
everything. How much my school fees would
parents are
be,
using that, they like it,
how much
because
my
you do
accommodation would be, how
budgets.
much my feeding would be, transportation,
It was fun. No,
everything.
It was
So
fun.
then
I
we
can't
give
even
me
lie.
everything at once, and
So
I
can't
can't
lie.
was it both of you that came up with like the budget?
we had to do now.
We were doing everything
We had to do
together.
it.
That was fun. I can't even lie.
And then after you had to do interview where like they will ask you
prepare
questions
for
on
interview.
the screen, and then they'll count it down. You answer it. I even thought I flunked it. I absolutely thought I flunked it because I was nervous.
Anyway, Laura, because she had scholarship from both schools, and then we now had to pick.
fully funded or like
No, that's
not
partial
fully funded,
scholarships.
partial.
But
And
that
it
was
went a long way.
that was fun. So that's how we met.
was that your first time in France?
Yes. No, that's a lie. No, I had been there twice, but that was when I was younger in secondary school.
Funny story. I don't know if you remember. The relationship between the EU and the UK has changed now. And she's one of that you're one of the last beneficiaries
Yes.
because
I was so sweet. And I loved it because, UK does this thing where if you've not stayed in England for a minimum of 3 years, you apply as an international student. In France, they didn't care.
Are you serious?
So I applied
Yeah.
as a British student and my school fees
everything
was
was just
Yeah.
sweet.
less.
So it was that's just good for you. Anyway, that's how we met.
Yeah.
That's how we met and the
And
relationship
then
has
the class refused to
been
leave me alone.
wow.
It's very much just my life.
He's out here calling you baby. Nah, man, we're
They
not
refused to leave me
agreeing.
alone.
We're not agreeing.
That's how you do be.
But that's really nice. But yeah, so like getting to France, how was it like as a student? Because like you said you went there as a kid, so like I mean,
Yeah.
the time difference would have been. So I mean, you probably won't even remember how
Yeah,
it was
wouldn't.
as a kid.
I mean, but you were exposed, so it's not really more that you were a kid, but you were young in age.
I was young, but I guess the difference was that I was now going there alone. Because the other time was just excursion. I had my friends around me and stuff.
So I mean, how many people in your class? How many blacks? I think were you the only black in your program?
No, okay, no. So we were 2 Nigerians in my program, thankfully. But in terms of black people, we were five. We're five, and the good thing was, three of them were like francophone speaking, but they grew up but they lived in France.
So that's good for you.
Yeah.
But you had a lot of white friends, huh?
I did, and that was
Those is like Michelle Social. Like anywhere she goes, she make friends.
It was. I don't know if I'll say it wasn't. It was necessary. So I didn't know any Nigerian that was going there. I was also friends with my other Nigerian friend there, but I was like, I can't leave Nigeria to be friends with Nigerians, and then we're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not experiencing it.
Yeah.
Even though I ended up being friends with one of my friends, Lade, and she was not a typical Nigerian. Like, she grew up here and everything, but Lade just wants to explore. So we would go out and all that. And I think something else that helped me was the French in my class. The French people are very close-knitted and uptight.
Yeah, those
So,
are racism.
in fact, I'll never forget, they had a group chat. They had a
way.
group chat called the Creme de la Creme.
For you.
Yeah.
What?
How did you find out?
It was the second Nigerian I found that out, and I don't know how we even did, but they had the group chat. It was just wild. So we had like the minorities. So besides the French people, it was the Chinese that were more, and then the Indians. So we had two Nigerians, and then I had one Peruvian, one Guatemalan, one Jordanian, one Italian, one who else? I can't remember. That was how we kind of made our group, because we're minorities, so we just found
stick
ourselves
together
and
based on color and
and
fewer numbers.
and then we started this thing called TTOT, Taco Tuesday. So we were meant to have it on a Tuesday, but for some reason Tuesday couldn't work, so we moved it to Thursday. So we called it TTOT, Taco Tuesdays on a Thursday. So it became like our ritual
thing.
where
Like
even
every
if we
Thursday?
were it was every Thursday.
That's a LeBron James thing, right? LeBron really amplifies that Taco Tuesday.
And that was how I think we just had our own community. So we did everything together. We traveled together. We were, in fact, 5 of us ended up living in the same apartment building.
Oh, nice.
And sometimes they split us into into 2 different classes. So sometimes I was with some people, sometimes I wasn't with. But it was just very nice having them, and then we'll cook for each other. I cooked jollof rice for them, and then that was how I got to taste everyone's culture, how they do
that's
stuff.
really
So
nice.
it was fun. I liked it.
I used to like in contact with like the Peruvians and all
Because
that.
they probably still have
Absolutely.
WhatsApp groups and all
Yeah,
that. Those
yeah,
things
we
don't
still
die.
have the WhatsApp group. One of them even has a child. I'm like,
That's nice.
That's a
nice.
bit too fast.
That's not too fast. Everything now, everything has circumstance. But interestingly, I think about 70% through your program, COVID then hit, or was it halfway through your program?
It was halfway through I had done 2 semesters. I was meant to do the third one. But you know the other fun facts? I stayed in France for 9 months, but a good 6 months, they were striking. That was my favorite thing about that country. They're always striking.
They always strike in France.
They're always
and
striking.
protests and all that.
And
So I only got to enjoy France.
I
for
saw
very
one
few
last 2 weeks or something. Was it a month ago? And they were the farmers or something, and they were using like cow dung.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
government
on
house,
their
government
government
house.
house. Those guys have
Yeah.
audacity. I love
Come
it.
and do it here.
I think it's not even just. I think it's just a French thing, because I have a friend who was around for the holiday. So he came from the UK and he works as a steward in like stadiums. So he said Arsenal played Lens. So Arsenal was beating Lens, like they beating
It was
them
4
way.
or something.
Yeah.
5.
So like the French guys started like throwing stuff on the pitch, and like it was getting like so wild. Like they had to get like police to like
Contain them.
Yeah, and like so like the French people, they just naturally like
They're crazy people.
crazy.
Is it also because they're always drunk?
I don't even know. But it's just...
But they are always drunk, right?
You reduce the minimum wage, the riots.
Yeah.
You do this, the riots.
But are they always drunk? Like history and everything that we
I
know
don't
about
know.
them.
I don't know about like always being drunk, but if you're smoking, they're constantly smoking.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I know that they have.
But the French is the French people, like history wise, and I mean I love history, so I always know these things. When it comes to smoking, drinking, and the nonsense, like they are always topping
I've
everything.
always thought like France.
So
was,
that's
like, a
probably
very,
why.
like bourgeoisie place, like just very.
Yeah, it's
Nah,
very. I mean, I would say it is, but not Paris. Yeah,
Paris not like
Paris
Lagos
is
now.
very overrated.
Did you see that video where like they showed like a part of Paris and like it literally looks like
Looks like
Ikeja?
Nigeria. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
Sacré-Cœur. Yeah, it was Sacré-Cœur, and then there's this other place. Is it Gare du Nord? in fact, God, they stole my bag one time.
But fun fact though, newsflash, the French government just announced that international students, I don't know if it was particularly Nigerians, something about passing a law where you can't come your families to France anymore.
Yeah, I
Our
think
last
I think it's a
independence.
ripple effect
Effect of-
of like what the UK has said.
thing, yeah.
For
And
international students. But it doesn't make sense now. Their economies are financed by blacks.
yeah, like I
And-
did say that.
Actually,
It makes no
Actually,
sense.
it is. And like they
It's
benefit
always
a lot from like
It's
They do,
periodic. It's
because-
periodic. When they've benefited from it for a long time, then they're like, stay away.
Yeah, because I dip it and I'm like, Nigerians are the only set of people who pay their school fees upfront.
Yeah.
Majority, well, the ones that
Maybe
because they
everything
tell you or
is
they tell
on
you
a
that 3 months from when you enter, you have to have paid your your
Yeah.
tuition for maybe for the year or for the
Or the
entire
first semester.
or for the year, and then you see like other citizens, they're paying as in you're collecting money from the bank and from the government. So basically, you are using your own money to pay. So why are you chasing away people that are bringing money to you?
Yeah.
But like this person said, they've already
No, that's how it is. It's seasonal. So everything is just seasonal.
Yeah. So let me just I don't know how to frame this question. Okay, so when that video clip dropped on that place in Paris that looks like Ikeja, like they were like, oh, blacks have like changed the country, turned the country upside down and all that. Like, what's your POV on that? Like, because I mean, I watch a lot of movies and all that, and you see like how like they try to paint blacks and like these Arabian guys in France, like they are spoiling the country and all that. Like, what's your take on that?
Tricky question. I feel like it just depends on who it is because I can't even say learned people because learned people too act crazy. I think it's just a mentality thing because if it's all of us here, we're in a different country, we would not, number one, be throwing things on the floor or that it's going to remain the same. But then again, you have to think about the fact that those people there, I think the people there are usually like immigrants that maybe don't have papers that just found their way there.
Yeah.
They have a mentality.
The Francis Ngannous, the ones
They
that
basically just have a
are
mentality.
poor and just have to leave like Cameroon and
They don't
Senegal
care.
and just cross.
They don't care, but you can't take people like us or like I won't even say learned people because I've seen
What's that?
people drive big
Yeah.
cars and like
And
they're
like
throwing
throwing
things
stuff
out
on the
there.
streets and all that.
And you know, it's an interesting thing. My point of view, if I go into it now, it may not be good because if you look at the foundation of it, you've got these countries whose wealth are built on slavery. It's built on stealing from us.
Mm-hmm.
So you then have their people who do not have anything that is dignity of labor. Like over half of their population does not have that. And just like in most countries in Europe, when a citizen doesn't have a job or anything, the government will give you money and like take care of you. So those things don't apply to immigrants. So their people will be, their people will be the same with us if their governments didn't have, again, money and things that they had gotten from us.
Yeah.
So look at France, who sits on 5 or 6 African countries' major wealth. So now they will say they are doing great things for these countries and all that, but let's be realistic. It seems like the Western world has intentionally left Africa the way it is for a long time.
Yeah.
Now, we must also add the caveat that you could say is that it was their parents or grandparents and maybe things are changing. Now, that's a matter of the heart, but that's really the reason. Because when I traveled, I realized that they are dirty.
Oh yeah, they're also dirty. They are also
They are
dirty.
like, these people are dirty. Like the things that you can't do here, that both culturally and shame-wise, like you can't come out with a stained shoe or, like you're self-conscious. They don't-
Wait, so
are
are you talking about like the
bathing.
non-Africans being like
the
that?
white.
Yeah. They're also like that because I remember going to visit my brother in Romania and I don't know, we stepped out, we're taking a walk and it was almost like I was in Yaba. It gave me the vibes of my mom's family house in Yaba. And I was like, I'm not sure I'm not that guy.
I was tempted to
going
record videos of these people. And I was just flashing back on all the abara and all the slaps that I would have gotten from my parents to come out with shoe, white or black, that is dirty.
That is this.
And they will wear the same shoe tomorrow. In that place, they only wear fancy shoes for fancy programs. They are generally wearing 1 or 2 shoes. And it's dirty.
Yeah. They don't.
See, miss me with all that.
I get.
See,
I
you know
understand you,
the
Sha.
problem with the African man is the mind. So, like, I get when people like Samadi, and it's not just pastors because I've read my Bible. Like, if you fix a man's mind, he thinks differently. Like, everything that is Africa's problem today, now we did do them to ourselves.
Yeah, because
that was a conversation. The leadership thing.
Yeah.
Samademi.
Yeah.
the ALC thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
That's
was.
it.
It was the mind shift.
That's it.
thing. Yeah.
And so, because I tell myself, our politicians have been to all these countries. So it's not like they don't know.
Yeah.
But they don't see that more, we say fee.
Oh yes, I'll never forget. I don't know if I can name drop this person,
No,
but
don't.
I have
You
been.
cannot say, you can
does
say a
have
certain
DSS?
Yeah.
Can the person
senator.
send
Or a
DSS
certain,
to us?
no,
I
don't let's name
Not
drop.
big babe, Sha, but
Season
I'll
job.
never forget. And my mom, my mom is a stickler for rules. Like that's just how she has grown up. And I remember we were traveling, I think, to the UK, and then there was this person in front of us. In fact, you know when you're about to go through immigration, they tell you to take off your shoes, all that, and then they didn't even get her to take off her shoes or anything. They just told her to just walk through.
No, I
And
can picture our mom.
my mom had nothing to say to the woman and all that.
The
She
immigration
just couldn't.
person.
It was the immigration person.
You
When they told my mom to take off, my mom
No,
said no.
if
You told
you
her
told
not to
her
take
not
off.
to-
And
So
why
why
am
am I
I like?
taking off
Why
my
am I
shoe?
taking off mine? And then we got to England, right? And then this babe is out here pushing her trolley herself, doing her things
You
herself,
did wine.
and like nobody's at her
Rude
beck and
awakening.
call.
Yes,
She has
now.
like she has to do whatever everyone
Of
has to do.
course.
So, and that's why I don't like, even when I was coming back this
Rafik, man.
time, this guy, everyone is coming from the plane. There's a single file. Everybody's going through the file. You go from point A to point B, and this guy all of a sudden walks and just comes to the front. And first, I was just looking, I'm like, definitely you're not about to do what I think you're about to do. And then the guy just acted like,
Like
it's
the
kind
king.
it was doing onlooking, trying to enter inside the line. Me and 3 people in front said, "Oh God, I beg, go back." And then the guy was acting like he wasn't hearing. Thankfully, the immigration person didn't make us look foolish, because the immigration guy said, "Oh God, go back."
Go back.
Yeah.
If not,
But if you talk about immigration stories,
I refuse. We can sleep.
we can't
here.
sleep here. Because I think like when I maybe the 2 days after I came back, there was a story of how people came down from plane and immigration had locked door.
What
Are
do
you
you mean? I don't
serious?
get what do you mean by that.
So you know when you come out on the plane,
Yeah.
the door that leads you into immigration and DSS, all those places. So the person with the key.
Look
I
at
think it was an
the
overnight flight. I told myself I would have been livid. Because you know that they know they own AC for that place.
Yeah, the place is hot.
As brand new as those places are, it's dirty. Mr. New Minister.
It smells.
Mr. New Minister, with your
He
expertise,
seems like a nice guy.
You
Sha,
seem
so-
like a
but
nice
we-
guy.
we
Who's
focus
the
on
new
this,
minister?
both the Minister of
Alright.
Interior and Aviation, your airports are dirty.
Yeah, they're an eyesore.
Your ACs don't work.
If
What's that thing that
now?
moves?
The
Escalator.
travelator
Escalator.
and the escalators.
The travelator and that flat one, right?
Yeah.
Now I don't even know why they use them. Because even for when
'Cause
we
it's
do,
so
I don't.
slow.
It's so. This one is dirty. They don't even use them. So please, what is the point of all the money that we collect?
Yeah, that you collect. I
Like
mean,
our own people.
Wait,
our own
aviation
problem.
is this guy now?
Then please, we also have to ask them, why do 5 agencies have to check us?
oh my God, yes. Oh my God. Customs.
First of all, I'm your citizen.
and-
When I get to where
and
I
you drop
go,
something.
NDLEA.
You
I
drop
don't know
something for each
who.
of them.
when I get to where I'm going, see, Tosin, I thought they would put me in a black box because I was the only black in the whole big QA flight.
Yeah.
Now only me did black. I didn't look. I say I know.
They won't. Literally.
The guy was saying, "Hi, hello, what are you here for?" Good.
Finish.
Yeah, but here.
No, I can't begin to look at that. No, they will still stop me. This will
Oh,
still stop
when
me.
I came, one of them, I think it's customs that checks you first.
Nah,
So,
DSS. Nah,
I don't know.
DSS, they check us
Someone
first.
came to me and was like,
And I'm like,
"Oh, madam, what's the day size bag?" I said, "They're my things." He's like,
open it.
"I didn't knew."
Okay. Oh yeah,
Of-
because you have to declare.
I'm like,
So if you buy new stuff
of
and you want to
course.
sell, they feel like you have to pay customs.
Yeah, but
There's
I
customs
feel
there,
like
yeah.
that makes no sense. I'm like,
You know, so there was this guy that he got a PlayStation 5, so he had to pay something.
yeah, but apparently you only pay if you
if you're going to
sell
if it's for trade,
it.
but if it's for personal use, you're not supposed to pay.
And you know the funny about that guy? I think he was in my plane. Because I see the guy they carry. But I didn't see the face of the person that tweeted it, so I wasn't sure. Because the guy that carried it like this from Doha. So I sent at the guy.
The guy was just asking me,
Yeah, I don't even
what was
care.
inside? I said, yeah, my
The only thing I'll
things.
tell you, asking your driver, let me just give you one advice about immigration. When you get there, those our parents will say,
Bone face.
what does Mom to say? No, Bone face. No, I agree with that.
I mean,
What does
bone
Mom
face,
say
so-
in Yoruba? Ranti omo eni ti o se about it. Remember the son of who you are. Just carry culture there. See, culture. You see the problem with our generation, I say, the thing we get, we know they like use them.
But they go use tribalism for you there now.
Lie. See.
Oh my God.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir. How is your family? Now I use.
Me, I'm not here.
See,
No,
one babe,
this boy, you can't say that one.
they opened all our box. I'm telling you, they opened all our box. When I got to the front of the last set of people, because that one now had NDLE, Nigerian police. By the time I use culture, finish them, they were like, what do you do, sir? I said, Papa, I'm king of Jackpot. Can we have your card? That was it. The babe, with all her pomposity, they opened everything, all her new, her pattern, everything there. I was like,
No, that's fine. No, I don't
use
mind.
culture for
No,
them.
I think
If
I
they
think
want
it's culture.
do you,
I don't care. Yeah, if you want to mean me, no problem.
My
Mean me, we
sister,
there. We
it's
mean
piece
you
of-
are here together.
But
It's peace of mind, no better.
I will never forget. No, because
Peace of
you're
mind.
asking. No.
Peace of mind.
They're always overdoing or asking silly questions because
but
when
we are not going to
that's
fix
one of my
all
no wait, let me explain
Babe, you are
something.
not going to
Wait,
fix
but
that
let me
matter
I understand,
now.
but
So
let me
let us
explain
go.
something.
Omo,
Do
I
your
like my
work.
peace, oh.
Wait, do your work and go. Because for example, I'm just coming from a flight where I am tired AF. Like I'm getting into the damn country at 4 bloody AM. I'm tired. I just want to sleep. You're asking me unnecessary questions like, oh, what's in your box? Are they for you? No, there's it's for somebody else. Ridiculous. And then I got to the next part. When the guy said I was not ready to answer him, he just said, be going. I went to the next person, NDLEA. The guy opened my passport and insists that I'm Yoruba. Mind you, I'm speaking. So there's something I've started doing every time I come to Nigeria. As far as I'm still in the plane to immigration, I use my accents. Because the minute that they hear that you have an accent, they know that they cannot talk to you anyhow.
I disagree.
No, wait.
Actually, it's true.
No,
It's
yeah,
actually
They
I
feel
dis-
like they don't
I
know who
disagree.
you are.
Yeah,
You know.
so
I
wait, no,
disagree.
because
It
I think
depends
wait
on
now.
who day on duty.
Wait.
So if you see how they do it,
Hold
go,
on now,
go in
wait.
front.
So the guy was like, Oluwatosin Anulapo, you're a Yoruba person. I said, yes. He said, Shoba Yoruba, something. I was like, sorry. I feel like I don't understand. And he's like, do you speak
That guy
do you
go
speak
see this
Yoruba or
video
anything?
before you
I
go
said
back.
yes. I said yes, I speak Yoruba. Like, okay, so like, what's the correlation? And he was like, oh, okay.
See,
Laura Konshaji just want money. It's ridiculous.
guys,
Go straight to the
guys,
point. And if I have, I will
guys,
give you. If I
guys,
don't, I'm sorry, I
listen,
don't.
Don't listen to this young lady. If
I
you
need
want
to
to
cut
leave that
this
place
part
in
out.
1 minute, see, Tosi, you are talking like this because maybe you have money. If you don't have connection and you want peace of
I
mind,
don't even have connection.
just no, you clearly do. Because let me tell you something.
Okay.
Peace of mind, Bible don't tell me say it better pass anything. Tired or not, and trust me, people like us who like to, if you fly a certain airline, you know that your flight is going to be very long. You already prepare your mind that this country, I'm returning back to my base. This is how they behave. Wisdom is profitable to direct to. If I have to say sir and dobale to leave that place in 10 seconds, it's better than somebody opening your box
And wasting your
and
time.
telling you, not even just wasting your time. He will find a legal ground for you to pay that money.
Legal.
This babe was on thank you, Holy Spirit. This babe was on Twitter the other day. Mo. She's doing West African tour. She got to, I don't know which border, whether it was Senegal or Gambia border. They told her to drop money. She said the man should bring receipts. Thank God she understood French. They said retente or something. That's detention. Retain. They didn't tell her how she quickly dropped the money without change. Let me tell you something. They would have dealt with you before you realize that you have illegal or...
So you saying we should bribe?
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
What's me? I'm just going to say, no problem.
When you get to a place...
When it's time, they
and
can
you
come
see
and
law
they can bring
enforcement,
receipts. It's somebody that has money
just
that
do-
will pay. Abi? It's somebody that has money.
She did not pay. She did not... Which receipt did she ask for? She dropped the money they said she should pay.
And that's what I'm saying. Someone like me that didn't have nothing on me at that point in time, where do you want me to pay it from?
See,
My ATM card is never with me. I never even have my ATM card here. How you want me? How?
IJGB is because you have British passport. Go and try with your Nigerian passport. It's like you don't understand.
Yeah, but when I come, I don't use my British passport though.
No, I'm saying here, I'm talking of somebody who went to another country with her Nigerian passport.
Oh, okay.
You go humble yourself. I'm just trying to tell you that.
So you're saying I'm speaking for a bit of privilege now. Wow.
God bless you. I don't want to come. So when you reach anywhere, even if you be king, and you know the funny thing about me that day, because you know me now, this is how I always dress.
Yeah.
And like Imbo man say, dress the way you want to
be dressed.
Yeah, dress.
So imagine somebody like me dressed like this. Telling you good morning, sir. If you don't understand the way of the
I get
world.
what you're saying, sir.
So if you want to open doors for yourself, you will understand, because the stress that you would have given yourself. So now get this now. You've done 10-hour flights. Immigration has walked you up. You now see your husband or your family, you now be vexing for them.
I mean, I don't vex.
Your whole deal now.
Once I saw my husband, I was happy. Forget about it.
It's because
I
you've
don't know
not
how
seen
to
it for a while now.
lucky for me.
But it's because you have not seen it.
It was just 2 months I hadn't seen him before.
Yes, in Nigeria.
Yeah, but it was just 2 months I had not seen him before now. He just left in September and I just never. It's not that. It's just I've just learned to partition my anger. So if I'm angry at somebody else, it's you that will collect the anger, not any other person.
Of mine better. NDLA, good. Hello, sir. How are you? And most of them did now, sir. How are you, sir?
But so let's move to back to Jola's story. So you currently live in the UK now.
Yes.
So how was the transition from France to?
Since she get British passport,
I wouldn't say I've lived in England, but I used to go there every year for summer or like holidays.
Family day.
Yeah, I have family, so
everything was easy.
It's not an issue.
You should talk about you should talk about COVID though, because that one was
easy. So
finishing school and getting a job.
How my school ran was we did 2 semesters in France, and then 1 semester was meant to be in China, and that was when COVID hit. So I remember they gave us 2 options.
Mommy, when you are saying this video, Mommy, I think you are the one behind that thing, because her mama no want me to go China.
We what used to
Let's
do in
just say
China,
the truth.
like work
part-time killing now, go and work for all these big companies, go and see.
Yeah, no,
I think
it was mainly
China.
I think for China,
it was 1 semester now.
Yeah, it's 1 semester. That's because that's like the hub of all this like sporting goods, all that, and all that. And we also had so that hit.
COVID hit like this.
They were like, okay, since it's China,
cancelled.
And that was like Europe. That was like the home.
Yeah, so they gave us 2 options. Either I think we thought we were going to go to Canada, and then the next one was Australia. But then Canada didn't have much of a potential in terms of like sports and stuff. So they said, okay, we'll do Australia. On the news the next day, it was Australia that got COVID too. And they had lockdown. So they just said, yeah, you know what, you guys, we're just going to move this online.
But do you have any regrets with that? Like, do you wish you traveled?
I really wish I had traveled.
You still want to go? You think I still go to China now?
Yeah, I think next year I want to go to like Singapore. Yeah, and like I
hear Bangladesh really has a lot of sporting stuff. You want to try Bangladesh?
How many countries
Singapore is really beautiful.
How many countries have I been to? I don't know. I've never counted, but I haven't been to a lot. Something that
you can count your. There's no rushing.
Okay,
let's see.
Let's start.
We did rush.
The obvious places I have been to: the United Kingdom. I have been to America,
France.
I've been to Dubai.
Romania.
I've been to France. I've been to Romania. I've been to Belgium.
Portugal? Was it Portugal? It was Belgium.
Belgium. Been to Germany.
You don't do.
I've been to Malta.
You don't do.
I've been. I think that's it.
Italy.
And next year we're taking her to Spain.
Italy.
No, I haven't been. Yet.
Next year we're taking her to Spain.
I want.
You've been to
really
these countries. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I've been to.
And all this, I blame it on my mother, and I know that she's gonna watch this podcast.
So you blame her
because I don't know how we had British passports, and every year we're going to England.
Wow.
Because you could have easily been going anywhere else.
I'm just picturing mommy saying, hey,
every day I always tell her that. Every time I said, I can't believe that every summer.
But let's talk about how I'm taking your husband to Spain next year. Because Jackpot Partners, we have tourism packages for Valentine people, lover beds.
If you're the one that's gonna feel exactly,
we're going to organize it now. You drop your card.
Yeah, I'll drop your list now. Why are you?
So guys, if you have a special someone, or you want to go and propose, or you just want to go watch. Oh, if you want to go and watch Clasico, you want to go and watch Champions, like it's going to be.
The Royal Palace in Madrid.
You can do Olympics package as well.
Euro 2024 in Germany. So like next year is the
Did
year
you say
of
Euro
tourism.
2024?
Yes, it's in Germany.
Wait, sorry. Hey, I know. Don't insult me, I beg. I know I study sports. Don't insult me. Euros is every 2 years.
It's 4 years now.
I think it was because of COVID.
So because of COVID, they did 2021. So his World Cup be finished. I think they did World Cup last year or so.
COVID really stopped, so they had to do some of those things back to back.
Oh, that's true. Euro was 2020.
Yeah, but he did 2021.
Wow.
So.
Oh my God, COVID.
You are winning. That would be nice. So you are winning.
You guys want to go watch?
So I'll do Spain for you.
I'm planning
a
wedding, you guys. There's no money.
No.
No money.
Your honeymoon, where are you doing?
Germany. I don't know yet.
That's what I'm saying.
Germany. It can't be Germany. I hate that country.
Why? Racism?
Yes, racism.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I went. So we went for. Then again, I might be generalizing it, but let me just state that it was Munich I went to. It was for school stuff, right? And I don't know. I think Munich it's not a village per se, but I feel like they're not so exposed. I couldn't walk alone. I had to walk with my friends. Why? People were looking at me
somehow there.
Like it was ridiculous. They were actively staring at me, and I remember with walking with two of my friends, and then the guy was speaking in French to his other friend. He was like, "It's because she's black. That's why they're looking at her. That's why he said that." So that's why he didn't leave my side.
I don't even want to talk about what I experienced.
So
I don't talk about what
I mean, in Berlin,
but I know Europe is a very, very racist.
I just told you that I landed in a country where I was the only black in the plane.
Not everywhere.
And I didn't go with like Rwanda Air or
I got two sides of the coin because in Munich, yes, I felt that. When I went to Romania, it was more like, oh, they rarely see.
You know, my wife said that to us when you went to Belgrade.
They will be like,
they scarcely see. Sometimes they are fascinated.
They want to take pictures with you and all that. And like, I wasn't comfortable with that. But if they smile at me, like I'd smile back at them. But I never felt like attacked or.
When I came down from the plane in Barcelona, went through the airport, came out for like 2 days. I didn't see a black person. Now, granted, I landed on a Sunday. Yes, I landed on a Sunday. So maybe everybody was at home and all that. But from the airport through the metro through to my hotel, I didn't see the black person.
So even your hotel, like you didn't.
I think I saw my first black person at KFC maybe 2 days later or something. And I walked. So it was a bit strange. And thank God for the diversity in the hotels. Like I really enjoyed. I really just thank God for the places I picked to go to because the diversity helped me. So I had a Philippines babe and a really nice Spanish babe who really told me places not to go, where they pickpockets and things like that. Yeah. So when I got to those places, I was like very prepared and cautious.
Yeah.
I met two Nigerians. I didn't talk to the first set because they looked very dodgy at the KFC. But then when I went shopping and I met a Nigerian woman and her son, she had me there. And I was still a bit dodgy just because, place we know too plenty. Maybe they don't go see, maybe they don't track person.
I'm funny how I'm the opposite. Like, I mean, I don't like solo travel. I also try to make sure I'm not the only black person. But when it comes to profiling me, I'm like, well, that's your business. If you like, profile me from here to there. As long as I know that I've not done anything wrong.
The pure whites were racist. Like, you could just tell they don't want to. When you ask them a question, even if they speak English, they're not interested in helping you. But the diverse people, like I can't forget the babe I met at iPhone. She was from Venezuela. She was so eager to hug me. Like she was so eager to help. The Philippines babe in my hotel. A few people like that were really, really nice. But the pure white people.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask. You schooled in CU for first degree, so like, did you see like a clear difference like in the?
Absolutely, come on.
What are you saying? That's not. Is that how you answer that question?
Clear.
What was the difference?
Like how different?
Tell us something unique about
the system there.
The system, the structure, the learning.
Yes. The very first one was the teaching method. In Covenant University, a lot of the the lecturers would tell you, oh, just give to me what I've given back to you. Don't let your brain run wild, none of that.
And that was what I was just telling you guys about when your politicians go abroad and they come back and don't see the need to change.
Changing.
It's the same thing with that lecturer because how does an exposed lecturer feel like they can say that. Like, what is the purpose of your job?
Well, I think I've said this on this podcast before. When I did my postgrad, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
And it was a Nigerian school. And
a few lecturers stand out. Yes.
Freestyle and
you can.
Lecturers stand out.
They have slides that they're teaching. It's not really interactive. In postgrad, it was really interactive. It was compulsory. You get marks for interaction. If you don't interact and they don't know you, you don't get marks, and then that can drop your grades. And then imagine me, who like finally got diagnosed with like ADHD, realizing that I need to pay rapt attention. At that time, I got to class, my professors would just start talking. In fact, the slides don't have words. The slides just have graphs, pictures, and they're just talking through it. And I don't like. Maybe I also say the kind of educational system I've been through has just made me realize I needed to see what you're saying, because then if I sort of read it, I kind of have a grasp. But if you're talking, it's hard. It's difficult for me because 2 seconds after talking, my brain has gone. And when I come back, I've missed a bunch of things, right? I'll never forget every day for the first month. During my break time, I was constantly going to the bathroom to cry because I said, God, I beg, money cannot waste. Like, I'm not understanding anything.
But did you used to record your classes?
I didn't used to. It was later I started recording my classes that I was like, okay, yeah, this can work for me. But but then again, it's also culture shock. I don't know if the right word is discombobulated. Like you are. Yeah. You're just your brain, you're scattered because this is not what you're used to. You have to adjust to a new thing, and before you're done adjusting, time has passed. You can't undo what has been done.
And you see how all that things like.
What about studying in France did you really love? Like what really shocked you? What did you really love?
Number one, I love that we know to do essay. In my own school, it was always objective and coursework. And I love that it was really collaborative. And it was collaborative in the sense that everybody's going to talk. You will present in class. Everybody, you have to talk and you have to be cohesive. And for you to do that, you're constantly having meetings, constantly with your classmates.
And sharing ideas and all that.
And I really liked the way my school setting was. We had a silent room. If during classes I was just stressed and I just needed to distress, I go to the room, I go and sleep, then I come back and I go with the day. That was it. And they never had any.
Now that's a unique thing that we should talk about.
It's kind of like how this room is, but like dark, the lights are dim. You can't, if you want to go and read, they're sorry for you. You can read, but that's if you want like fools. Like there's a place that is lit, but there's another corner that is dim, and then just relax, chill. I liked that we had like.
Is PhD in view?
God forbid. I don't like book. I don't like book.
Okay, last question from me though. Do you have plans on returning to Nigeria?
No.
Let her answer.
Let's go to. There's no time.
What's
your plan on? What's your plan? Brother, I don't answer you now.
Wait, let me ask. Do I have a plan? Wait. No, I don't. Coming back, except maybe to come back and start my sports academy.
Exactly.
Yes, but I would not.
I wanted to take us back. I wanted to take us back to those conversations to come back to set up your own. We'll eventually do it. Interestingly, I should tell you, some of my guys, particularly the ones some of the CRC guys, we actually have been talking since earlier this year about starting a football club and building. I'll just do that later.
I think that would be nice.
Because Sporting Lagos has really given us a great platform.
You see, and that's how it starts. You just need one person to kickstart it.
We want to do that. It's a long-term passion. Yeah. I had the passion to start a free school in all 36 states. I mean, now everybody already knows that I'm involved in some level of governance and leadership. So we'll talk eventually, and that's the thing about time. That's why I tell my friends that look, there's never any rush to do anything. Our own time will come.
Yeah,
it's just for us not to miss it, because all the people that I'm meeting in immigration, in my head right now, I'm just thanking God, because it's not for the money, it's not for the now. There will be a time, by the time things are clearer, people will just be like, how does Deepo have all these people? And they will not understand. They won't understand. So we'll come back. We'll do that eventually. So I'm always praying for them and hoping that their heads are straight and they're not messing up wherever they are, because eventually there's a lot of work to be done. And that is what Jackpot Chronicles really is about.
Yep.
So, do you have any market to sell today?
Okay. Any market to sell today?
Valentine's trip now.
Yeah, you didn't talk about Valentine's, but it's a couple's thing, sure. But Valentine's is the next thing.
No, let's just ask the final question and wrap up. So, What advice will you give to Nigerian students today with the latest news in France, UK, Canada, policy changes? What will you tell an average Nigerian who's not really exposed, who wants to go study in France or UK today?
Or in Europe.
Or in Europe generally?
I think the first thing I'll say is don't go to the mainstream
Areas.
countries, because I think that's something when I was in France that I realized how my classmates were traveling to different countries. And the reason why I say is my classmates, because I never understood visas and stuff. I had a passport, but they had the French visa, which is a Schengen visa, and that has already
Access
eradicated
to 27 countries.
30 something countries that you do not need to apply for. They were constantly jetting out. It was fun. So look for those kind of countries that can benefit you, right?
So look for hidden gems.
2, exactly, hidden gems. 2, even if it's a country that they don't speak English, as long as your course is being taught in English,
Go and learn the language. There's
You
something
learn
about
the
how people don't want
language.
you to learn languages.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said this. I think you said it on the last
I don't know
episode.
why.
Yeah.
Every time, there are only a few people like you that, and I don't know if it's also the level of exposure that people
No,
have.
not really exposure. I think it's also how our educational system was, because I started learning French from primary school and I liked it. And right from primary
Les
school
bonbons.
till
Following up.
secondary school, even in CU,
GST.
in
There's an
1 year we had
opportunity.
GST.
Just one.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
God.
I was so happy. In fact,
Are you
that was
serious?
the easiest
Right,
year I
I never
had
used to
in
follow
Covenant
class.
And
University.
there's a lot of
Well,
work to do with private
yeah,
schools
but
because they
that's-
can really,
yeah, but that's it.
further that.
Even besides like the private universities, even right from primary school, I feel
school.
like they need to start offering maybe Mandarin,
Yeah,
French.
something
the
In
co-
Finland, by 7, the average child already has 4 languages.
Yeah, I
that
feel
he's
like
already learned.
it's
He already has.
necessary, because it always that already has put you above.
Above, yeah.
Because you know how before it used to be you need to have like a BSc. Now MSc has come into play. Now it's no longer MSc. If you have PhD or if you have like courses, now that language is now being added to these things. They can tell you, maybe French or Italian
French
is
and
not a
something.
must, but it will be preferred.
Yeah.
And if there's someone that has
Yeah, they'll
that
pick that
Italian,
person
just
over you.
because they'll pick them over you. So
Okay.
that's just an added value. Then I think something else I would say is do your research financially. That is super important, because I see people, I hear of stories of people leaving the country for the first time,
Yeah.
going
They're-
to a
they
new
go in blind.
country, not with enough money, and then they start working.
This is where
And
you
it's
actually
very-
sell my market.
And
you
it's
know, you
very,
tell
very
people,
stressful,
"Yeah, this is sell
because
my market now." Say, yeah.
you're not used to this country. You're
Yeah.
trying to get your way around, trying to
Yeah.
settle down, and then again you're thinking about money.
Money.
I would
Sad.
say
It's depression.
if you can, try to get at least 3 months, at least 3 months. It might be a lot, but I promise you, you will be happy.
3 months to do what?
3
Accommodation.
months, money for accommodation, feeding,
Oh,
everything,
okay,
right?
okay,
So that
okay.
you know that even though you are not like working and stuff,
Yeah,
that
still
gives you
okay.
time to settle
Yeah,
down.
that's what's happening right now. Yeah, that's what's happening right now.
Because a lot of people just go, and then next thing you're seeing them dropping GoFundMes, and I'm sorry, and I don't mean that.
No,
like
I get you.
I
And
understand.
people don't get.
I
People don't
absolutely
understand. Yeah.
But it's stressful, and that's very unfair on yourself for you to go to a new country that you do not know anything
you're
about,
putting
and
yourself
then
in such a
you
situation.
you can't even focus on school because you're
You don't
thinking
know, yeah, money and all
of
that.
money
Yeah,
and like
I know.
upkeep
It's,
and
I know. It's
stuff.
telling you guys to come and meet Labor Education. Come and work with the best.
We'll
That's
do
exactly
your
what she's
research for
saying.
you. We'll do your everything
Poster
for you.
child. This is like
Yeah.
free review,
Yeah.
but poster child for that's what we do here. All right, thank you, Anu,
Thanks for coming.
for coming.
It was
Yeah,
a
it was
nice
really nice.
conversation.
Did you enjoy your December though? Like before you go back, have you enjoyed being around?
I
What-
did. I've eaten many small chops. I've danced. I've partied. I think my 2023 can end now.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
ready for 2024.
All right, guys.
Can't relate.
See you guys in the new year. It's been fun. I think we did. I don't know how many episodes we've recorded this year, but it's been fun doing this. It seems like I've been doing this now for like 3 years.
Big up to you guys. It's
Thanks.
always fun.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.